Hey guys, it's About Town Deb and Amber, and we are so excited. What are we going to be talking about?
We're going to be talking about the changing of the season.
Which is perfect for you.
Yes.
She's good at that stuff. And also, El Dorado Wine Association, they're having a big event coming up, and Kara's going to be talking about all kinds of harvest in Apple Hill area. We're just going to hang out. So stay tuned. Be right back.
Nevada near the silver mines, there's a kind-hearted woman. She's looking so fine, always taking care of her community, bringing folks together is her cup of tea. She's out on the road and all over the web with a big smiling heart. It's About Town Deb.
Hey, it's About Town Deb with City Talk, and we are back again. I am so excited because it's September already.
Yes.
I don't know if I'm really excited about it, but the best part is the beginning of the month, I get to have M F Hale.
M F
Hale, leading with love. Keeping it real and leading with love. And even better, we have Kara on set, Kara Sather with the Executive Director of El Dorado Wine Association. And you all know that's my favorite place to be when I'm not here. So today's a hot day because I'm trying to blend us all in. We've got Reno, Carson, Sparks, About Town Deb and Amber.
And Tahoe.
We have Tahoe Heartbeat Hat. I do a lot with them. So we're going over the hill. And then we got Kara because we're bringing in the whole wine and harvest and Apple Hill.
It's that time of the year.
It's that time of the year. So Kara, thank you for being with us.
Oh, thank you so much for having me, Deb.
So I bet you've been quite busy because you're preparing for a big event. Why don't you just give us a teaser about the event and I'll tell you guys what I've been up to.
Absolutely. So yes, we have a big event coming up September 16th through 17th. And it's actually 17th and 18th. Sorry, I apologize. It's called WINEcation, and it's really a chance to explore the diversity of the wines in the region we have in El Dorado. And it's got some really cool opportunities where people can actually try their hand at being a winemaker. Enjoy a pretend cruise. There's a lot of things. I'll go into more detail, but yeah, that's the teaser.
Okay.
Do you get to smash grapes with your feet?
I think that might be a possibility. It depends upon what the winemaker chooses that day.
You know what? I was looking at the website and looking at what different, wineries are doing. I don't know. For some reason, there was something cool. I don't know. There's a lot of cool stuff, though. I mean, you're really going to have hands-on.
I just want to get messy.
We'll get you grapes. You know what? I have an extra ticket.
Ooh. First
time
in El Dorado wine country?
I'm just saying,
I haven't gone yet.
I actually have a ticket.
You need to come.
Because Jazzy Georgia can't go.
Oh, I could be your +1.
But then you got to hang out for, 2 days.
Oh, whatever. Okay.
Whatever. Okay. Anyway, so it has been
2 days. Oh my gosh, no.
Oh no. 2 days we'll have to get a driver then. Anyway, it's been a really busy, the end of August has been crazy busy. I keep thinking it's going to slow down, guys, but it is not slowing down. So
yeah, you just keep going and going.
I know. I feel
you
like
need to take a break for sure.
Well, that's the WINEcation. Hello, I will need
work.
it. I know.
That's work.
I go to have fun, but I just love promoting everything. Yeah. So I always work because I just love it's not work because I love it. But the Northern Nevada Children's Cancer Foundation, that's one of both of our.
You were just at their golf.
They had a golf tournament. Yes, the Tournament of Hope. And thank you. So if you're out there listening, everybody asked Dorinda's Chocolate and About Town Deb for a basket separately. But I give my stuff to Amber and she puts in the chocolate and I have the wine.
Yeah, if you ever see an About Town Deb basket out there, Dorinda's Chocolate's made it.
Yes, they do. But I always promote that. I say, so from now on, we just decided we're partnering. If you want Dorinda's Chocolate, I throw in wine. If you want About Town Deb, we get chocolate. So collaboration is what we do.
Wine and chocolate, obviously.
That's why we partner together. But it was an amazing golf tournament. Hopefully before the show ends, I'm waiting to get an amount. But
how much they raised.
Yeah, nice. It's got to be a lot. But it was so nice. We were out in the sun. It was at Montreux Golf Course. And so Jazzy George and I were manning our booth, which was Tahoe Blue, John Daly's, and Arnold Palmer's. Well, the Bloody Marys was the Rotary the first part of the morning. We were there from 10:30 to about 8 o'clock.
Oh, wow. Long day.
Monday was a long day. Yes. Anyway, so that was fun. And then also, at the end of the month, I was able to go to the new casino, Legends Bay in Sparks.
Yeah, brand new.
Yeah, so thank you to Trosper PR, because now that I wear that hat as well, I got to go represent Helix Electric. And Helix is like this cool, I love them. I mean, everybody in their company treats you like family, and I'm like a rookie coming into their turf.
Rookie, you're a rookie.
I'm a rookie. But no, it was so much fun, and to see the energy, like we got to go from 6 to 8. At 8 o'clock, when the doors officially opened, they had people entering in all the doors. It was like going in until they say open, open, open at the Christmas. They weren't open. And then when I left the casino, there was lines waiting at every entrance. So as people left, people got to go in.
Oh, okay. So they like control how many people were in there.
Yeah, because we started out.
And it was a good turnout. There was a lot of people there.
Oh my gosh, it was crazy. And I am not like a big, gambler, but since Georgia hangs out with me, she's teaching me how to play a few games. So Michelina,
I could never get into it. I've tried.
So Michelina and the team, we each were sitting at a video game. So right at 8 o'clock.
A video game?
A machine. I'm old. So really at 8 o'clock, when the machines went on, we were like right there. Like we made history.
Nice.
It was like the first one on that machine.
Heck yeah.
So anyway, I was just
You didn't win big though?
$20, done. But one of their team members, he was 22. He had never gambled, never been in a casino. And it was his first time in the grand opening, 8 o'clock. And he played a penny machine. And I think he ended up with like 150, 60 bucks.
Yeah.
He was so excited.
Yeah.
Good.
So, yeah. So anyway, if you look at About Town Deb on Instagram, I did a reel and I've got some of it. But anyway, I'm so excited because now I have potential of Amber going with me. So Kara, I can't wait. When we come back, we're going to just dive deep into harvest and wine and fun stuff. So stay tuned. It's About Town Deb and Amber. We'll be right back.
Now more than ever, family matters, and Surratt Law Practice has your family in mind. Kimberly Surratt and her team have been helping maintain healthy families through their holistic approach to adoption and surrogacy, child custody, estate planning, and more for over 13 years. Your family law concerns are in caring hands with Surratt Law. Schedule your private consultation with a compassionate Surratt Law Practice team member today by calling 775-636-8200 or visiting lawyersforfamilies.com. Surratt Law, where family matters.
You're enjoying this episode on Angel Phoenix Productions Podcast Network. To explore a complete lineup of quality programs and media production services, head on over to angelphoenix.com or like our Facebook page at facebook.com/Angel Phoenix Productions.
She's out on the road and all over the web with a big smiling heart. It's About Town Deb.
My town, your town, or any town, this is About Town Deb presents City Talk. Now, back to the show.
Hey, it's About Town Deb and Amber. We're back on our second segment. You know what? We're going to keep it real because I was so excited to see you at Kara. I didn't do our sponsor, thank you.
Oh, yes. Let's talk about the sponsors.
Yeah, we want to say that. So, Crystal Basin, Wild River Grille, Surratt Law Practice, and of course, Angel Phoenix Media, like right here at the Musicians Rehearsal Center. And did I forget anybody? I don't know. I'm really off my game, just so you guys know. I've been so...
Debbie runs herself ragged.
I am ragged. Notice the hat is white. I think I got everybody though. Oh, Dee James. Actually...
Caliber.
Dee James. Kara, you know Dee James, right?
Yeah.
He sings, right? You know Dee James.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Wink, wink.
I do know. Yes.
Anyway, he's going to be relocating to Reno.
Oh, wow.
I know. I took a day this past weekend and I took him to Midtown, Riverwalk, and Sparks, Victorian Square.
Oh, Victorian Square. Gotcha.
And I just introduced him. Like, hey, it's About Town Deb. This is my friend, blah, blah, blah. And he got booked. He actually
nice.
He played at the biggest little steakhouse who comped. They wanted me to come check out their food. And so James goes, oh my gosh, this was so nice of you. Would you like me to come back and play a set?
That's cool.
So we came back.
Wow.
And he played like, a set.
Same night?
The same night.
Oh my gosh, so
and
he
then,
left, got his setup.
Yeah, because he was, staying with me.
Yeah.
And then we, so then we came back, and then we went to the Midtown Spirits, Wine and Bites. So they already booked him. Engine 8 Urban Winery booked him. He's like, and then he called.
He's a man with a plan.
He's a man with, and then he called me and he goes, guess what? The biggest little steakhouse, invite him back for Labor Day weekend, which will happen when you see us. So
Cool.
yeah, so
does he do all originals or?
He does a lot of the 70s, 80s, but he has his own originals too.
Okay, gotcha.
And he's like about my age.
And it's just him? Like, does he have a guitar? Or
he has an acoustic. He's more of a singer, but he plays his guitar.
His acoustic guitar, yeah.
Acoustic guitar. So anyway, I digress, but that's kind of exciting.
Yeah.
So
totally.
Anyway, I'm going to give her a quote, and then we're going to go right to Kara because the quote, this is a perfect quote. I'm going to let you read the quote this time.
All right. Wine is the divine juice of September by Voltaire. Voltaire said that? That's funny. Voltaire's like a 1700s French writer.
That's why I didn't know who he was. That's why I had her read it.
We're going back in time. Okay, yeah. Wine is the divine juice of September.
Isn't that perfect?
That is perfect.
So, Kara, look how this worked out.
Very perfect.
It was perfect. So
yes, it's perfect.
You go. We want you just to start chatting, and then Amber is going to have a lot of questions because she's a rookie at this. So start sharing with us.
Okay, so do you want me to start with WINEcation first? Or
yes, let's get that out because Amber's excited.
Yeah.
Okay, WINEcation it's super exciting. So it's still the typical kind of passport style event that we've had, where you go from winery to winery. But the idea was really, how can we showcase how all the unique varietals that we have here, how different it is? Because literally you can come to El Dorado and taste wines that are, of French origin, Spanish origin, Portuguese, Italian, everything in this region. So it's literally like you can come and taste the world in El Dorado. Wow. So how do we do that? So we came up with this concept of a WINEcation, encouraging people to come. Every winery is featured as a different destination, so to speak. So one will be like a little French, cafe. One is being Italian. And then there's the Italian horse races is what they're doing at Nello Olivo.
What horse races? How are they going to do
real horses? There's a famous horse race in Italy that has 17 different stops or something. So I'm not sure how they're working it, but it sounds really cool.
That's just their theme. That's what they're going for.
That's their theme. That's how they're doing it. There's lots of different opportunities. If anyone wants to go online and check it out at eldoradowines.org /WINEcation, you can go in there, check out the destinations and the different offerings. And then on top of that's what your ticket gets you, is these opportunities to travel to the different wineries, experience what their destination is. But then on top of that, we have these little mini excursions, kind of like when you do go on vacation, you book little excursions. You decide you want to go, zip lining, or you want to go visit some tourist destination. So this is your opportunity to book your little excursions. And we've got 3 of them. One is a horse and wagon ride at
Saludi Cellars.
Nice.
Yes. Another is a black glass tasting at
what's that?
So it's where you're going to be tasting a wine. So Paul Bush, who's the winemaker there, and he is the most he's just extraordinary at explaining things. So it allows you to taste wines so that you can appreciate and learn about what you're tasting, the flavors, the varietals, without giving it away. It's kind of like a blind tasting, so to speak.
Oh,
But he leads you through it. Yeah. So that's very cool. And then the other opportunity is where you can, like I was saying earlier, you become a winemaker for the morning. So you join, because every day, so I don't know if people know this, but during harvest, a lot of times you don't really know what you're going to be doing, 1 or 2 days ahead of time, because it depends upon how the grapes are ripening. And
that makes sense. Yeah.
What the winemakers do is they measure what's called the brix, which is essentially the sugar levels in the grapes. And that determines, when it hits a certain level, that determines when they want to pick. So if the grapes of a certain varietal hit that level that morning, that's what you're doing, is you're picking grapes. But if you need to hang for another couple days, then you could be doing punch downs on the existing grapes that they've got.
Okay, what's a punch down? What's the punch? Like, are we doing this? A punch down. What is that? A punch
down is you get a big, like, silver. It's almost, I don't know how to explain it. Kind of like a rake, but it's not a rake. Like on the bottom, it's like so that all the grapes that you see in the bins as they're fermenting, they form a cap, and that cap needs to be broken and punched down so that all the juices and the grapes can ferment together. So they have to do that regularly.
So it separates and you have to mix it all back up.
Yeah, you have to keep, because like I said, it forms this hard cap on the top and they need to keep it flowing. So you do punch downs. That's also where, when you were asking about whether you do it stomping with your feet, that's what the stomping does too, because it also extracts the juices from the wine or from the grapes. But the foot tread is when they stomp it with their feet. And there are some wineries that still might do one or two of their varietals foot tread. Typically this time it's, punch downs, but
I definitely feel like the whole foot stomping thing is more, I mean, I wouldn't take it super, super seriously, I guess. I would think it's more just like as a fun thing.
Okay. Well, you know what? So at the Dorado at the Row, every year for the last, I don't know how many years, I've done the grape stomping. I've never been first. I've been second once. And usually Jen Eastwood does it with me. So if Jen Eastwood is unable to do it, you will be her backup.
Oh my gosh. I could get down on some grapes.
I will let you. So somebody has to be the mucker. Is the mucker who does there's the mucker and the stomper, right? Do you know, Kara? It's the mucker, I think.
I don't know the mucker.
Well, all I know is I've done the stomping and I think it's the mucking. You like take your hands and there's this little screen and you have to make sure like you get the juice and same time you got to get the seeds and the grape skins. And it's like you end up like, I have a hat I wear just for that because you get like grapes.
You get messy.
So you might want to rather you'll get your feet, you'll get messy because I'll be splashing you.
I just want to play in it.
Okay, well, let's see. I think we could still work it out if you wanted to play in it. So there's that going on. So what else happens during all of that?
So that's, like I said, those are those little extra excursions that you can choose to participate in if you want. Other than that, we just invite you to come and experience our hospitality. And like I said, all these different experiences. And typically all the wineries will be offering attendees special discounts or offers on their wines that you can get that weekend only. So highly encourage everyone to check it out.
Okay, and since Amber's has not been there, share a little bit about Cellars before we go to break, because Randy, I'm telling you, I was just there a month ago, and their property and what they're doing with the equestrian center. Can you share a little teaser about, what the horse buggy ride means and all that?
It's Cellars is just this absolutely stunningly beautiful property that has they actually have cabins you can stay on property with. They've got a beautiful log. It's a beautiful log lodge almost type of tasting room.
Gorgeous.
And then on their property, they have, I think, and I don't know for sure, it might be a tractor wagon ride or it might be a horse buggy ride. I'm not for sure.
I think he's done both. I think, I don't know what he'll do this time because he has Clydesdales, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. He has a Clydesdale. And now they've got this whole equestrian center, which is something that's not part of WINEcation, but something anyone can do and book separately, is a wine and horseback riding experience as well. So it is just a stunning property and their wines are phenomenal as well.
Cool.
I love it.
That sounds beautiful.
Yeah. So it's about time for break. So when we come back, we also want to talk about harvest and we want to talk about Apple Hill, but we're going to kind of divide it up. And so we're going to have you talk about the equinox and then we're going to kind of go back and forth. So I'm sure Kara might be interested. And, Kara also is a coach and she has lots of inspiration. So I think we might get both hats of hers. So it's About Town Deb and Amber with City Talk. We'll be right back.
You're enjoying this episode on Angel Phoenix Productions Podcast Network. To explore a complete lineup of quality programs and media production services, head on over to angelphoenix.com or like our Facebook page at facebook.com/Angel Phoenix Productions.
You know that's what she said. Come on, let's have some fun with About Town Deb.
My town, your town, or any town, this is About Town Deb presents City Talk. Now, back to the show.
Hey guys, welcome back to City Talk. We're going to go ahead and move right along to our next segment. And fall is on the way. I'm excited. Are you excited?
Well, you know the part I'm excited about, number one, is that it's been really hot lately and I need to cool down. But I have this tree in my front yard. It's huge and it's full of bees, and they like zzz, you just hear them buzzing. So when fall comes, the leaves start to change and then they fall off. And I love our bees, so we need our bees.
Yes.
But it's very scary when they chase you when you walk out the front door.
Yeah, I understand.
I will be happy when it's fall, and I love to wear sweaters.
Yes.
And I feel like it's kind of like a new beginning again. Like shut off all the yucky stuff and get into the new season. So that's why I'm excited.
Yeah. So, the autumnal equinox is coming up September 22nd. And it's kind of funny. I feel like people all of the time are like, we're like, oh, fall's on the way. And they're like, no, it's still summertime. How is it fall? It's not even cold outside. Because the end of September, you still get some pretty warm days at the end of September. But the thing is it may not be like you go outside and you're like, oh, it's fall. But the thing is the autumnal equinox is actually an astronomical event. So when we have these official days that like the seasons start, it all has to do with the positioning of the earth. And I always think that's so crazy. So there's technically 2 equinoxes and then 2 solstices. And an equinox in Latin means equal night. So for the autumnal equinox, it means the equal parts day and night.
I had no idea.
And when that happens, the earth is on an axis. I feel like everybody knows that. And, the earth is not flat, but, we won't get into that right now. Anyways, have you not heard of the flat earthers?
No.
Oh, there's people out there that have a theory that the earth is flat.
I don't.
I know what
think. You can totally see it up there. It's round. I mean, how do you know?
I went skydiving and we went pretty high up, and I swear I saw some sort of a curve. So with my own eyes,
like a round.
Anyways,
you mean a round, not a flat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, we'll get back on kind of topic here. But yeah, the Earth is on an axis. So for both of the equinoxes, our equator is directly in line with the sun. So that when the sun's rays hits the Earth, they hit right directly straight onto the equator. So that's equal parts day and night. So that is, scientifically what an equinox is, and that's the transitioning. The transitioning of the seasons. Let's see.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and I think it's cool because throughout history, our civilization as we know it is actually just a little tiny baby. People have been around this earth for a lot longer than our current culture. Yeah. But they used to use it as a way. I feel like a lot of people know this as a way to, decide like where their lives were moving. So the autumn equinox is technically seen as the second harvest. And, it's a time to start reaping what you sow and slowing down, and, getting a little bit more in preparation for like the colder months. And yeah, I like to live by the seasons. I'm a fairly spiritual person. What do you think changes in your life when we transition from summer into autumn? Like, what do you see changing in your life?
Well, for me, number one, it's like, I know it's silly, but like your outfits, you change from the cooler to the fall. Yeah. But I think for me, I just feel like I need to kind of like regroup and kind of like huddle in for a while. I feel like in the summer, I'm everywhere and I'm outside and I love being outside. But in the wintertime, you get to just kind of, breathe in the season and the smells and the colors of the fall. It really just makes me feel like it's time for a change for me. Yeah. Yeah. So what about you, Kara?
I think it's a time for me personally where you do some reflection on, okay, we're over halfway through the year. Have I accomplished what I wanted to this year? Where's my mindset at? Have I, the goals that I've set forth, have I achieved that? And start figuring out what I want to plan for the following year. Like start looking forward to the goals I'm going to set for 2023, what my whole outlook is going to be, and the direction I want to go for the coming year. So I think for me, it's almost more of a mindset shift at this time of year than it is in spring. Because in spring, I'm already like moving down this trajectory. This is a good time to sort of reflect on what you've accomplished and then move forward with what you want to achieve in the following year.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like for me, I find myself really slowing down and kind of becoming more internal. My attention, I think, turns towards a lot of like home-based things. I get very domestic. I spend a lot more time in my home. I really love to cook, and something that changes in my life is I start getting crazy like about soups.
I was just gonna say like, soups or baking,
totally.
Breads. I mean, so in the fall for me, everybody knew I took care of my dad, Papa Tony. And right before Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas, my dad and I would get in the kitchen, and he loved to bake. So we would bake like banana bread, plum bread, any kind
plum bread?
Yeah, we have a plum recipe that was like from the farm,
Oh, that sounds cool.
So
plum bread. I love different stuff.
I'll share the recipe, but we spend that time. And we're so grateful that he's made it to September because, he was getting older. And we would do like a little fall gift card, and we would bundle them, all the different goodies, and we would go around a big basket, and we would take it to the pharmacists and the doctors and anybody who's done anything for my dad. We would walk in together and say, oops, and we'd say, thank you, because without their assistance and their care, he may not have made it to that point. So for me, when my dad was there, we knew that let's stock up on our baking goods, but he actually would help me. He'd get them out and we'd mix it together.
Yeah, that's
so
awesome.
For me, that was a memory that I'll always remember. It's like we want to give.
Awesome memory, Deb.
It's really cool. And we did it for like probably 8 years straight. And so when they would see us getting out of the car and coming, like the dentist, they'd go, oh, we get baked goods. And he would help me like sign his name on the little notes. And it's just, I feel like, the season, as it gets close, we're grateful that we made another year.
It's that season.
And you're saying thank you at Thanksgiving. So we like to start right before like Halloween, and we do like a trick or treat one. And then we did a Thanksgiving one, and then we do Easter too. So it was like, it's a big thing, and I'm kind of sad I don't have him to do it with. I should just do it anyway.
You can still do it. Yeah. Find a different reason. Do the same project, but find a different reason that I feel like connects to you. Like, who are you thankful for in your life? Who could you not be doing your everyday with those types of people? So you can keep that tradition going.
I think I need to, but it's more fun when you bake with somebody than when you're doing it by yourself.
I'll bake with you. I bake when I'm sad. It makes me feel good.
Actually, I don't want you sad though. I just want you to bake.
Crying, baking in Debbie's kitchen.
What about you, Kara? Do you like to bake when it becomes fall time and Christmas?
Absolutely. Yeah, I love, like Amber was saying, the soups. Soups are awesome. Baking as well, for sure. And it's just, for me, because I'm a big foodie too, I feel like those cold winter months, I thicken. Because you're not as active, you're not outside as much, and you're eating way more. So it's like you're thickening, and then I have to thin the rest of the year, and then you thicken again.
So the way that I see, because like I said before, I'm very spiritual, and I do live my life by the seasons. So the autumnal equinox for me is, I call it Mabon.
Mabon?
Yeah, Mabon is a pagan holiday. And so the way that I kind of view it is the first half of the year is like adding, work. The second half of the year is reduction and, enjoying and relaxing. So I kind of wanted to leave it on my overall view of what it means to me and what I'm going to be doing. And that is, decrease, the reduction. And that could mean, ending bad relationships, unhealthy habits, or self-destructive tendencies. So that's something that I'm going to be working on.
So you do that in the fall?
Yeah.
So you start the new year out like, I got this.
Yes, actually, it is kind of like a new year type deal. Yeah. So paganism is an overarching term. And within that, I consider myself a Wiccan. And so Halloween is actually the Wiccan New Year. So it is like a New Year type situation. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. I just think that, again, for me with the fall, but I also get stressed thinking, what have I not accomplished everything? For me, it's more of a stress.
You can't beat yourself up about it. You can only
do
be
not
better.
know me.
You
do not know me.
If you focus on the past.
I know, but you got to give yourself grace.
Yes.
I tell everybody else that, but I feel like I'm so go, 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 go. And I want to make sure that I've done everything that I could do and do 110.
You need to slow down and focus on yourself and have time for yourself.
I always say that. Well, so maybe if I get you to go with me, you can say, you're not working. You're going to enjoy this. And
I'll get a squirt bottle.
And you'll get a squirt bottle and
you
squirt
in the
me.
face.
I really do. I think we all need to give ourselves. We all need to give us. It's like a dog barking, squirt them.
Yeah.
When I'm
exactly.
like, photo, squirt. But I think it's, so what would be a way, because you both are very mindful. So Kara, what would be a way that you could tell me or tell anybody else how to step back? And we have less than a minute. So what would you say?
I would just say to give yourself grace and appreciate yourself for what you did accomplish and not beat yourself up because you're always going to be wanting to achieve more. That's just, human nature. So don't appreciate what you have done and be grateful for that. And then, recalibrate moving forward.
Yeah. Don't focus on the past, but be like, you know what? Tomorrow
is a new day.
And just be better.
Okay, well, we're going to take our final break. And we come back, we're going to continue to talk. And I'd love Kara to say a little bit about Apple Hill, because that's the time everybody heads over the hill from Reno. And then I think you've got some more notes over there. So hang tight. It's About Town Deb, Amber, and Kara with City Talk. We'll be right back.
Now more than ever, family matters, and Surratt Law Practice has your family in mind. Kimberly Surratt and her team have been helping maintain healthy families through their holistic approach to adoption and surrogacy, child custody, estate planning, and more for over 13 years. Your family law concerns are in caring hands with Surratt Law. Schedule your private consultation with a compassionate Surratt Law Practice team member today by calling 775-636-8200 or visiting lawyersforfamilies.com. Surratt Law, where family matters.
You're enjoying this episode on Angel Phoenix Productions Podcast Network. To explore a complete lineup of quality programs and media production services, head on over to angelphoenix.com or like our Facebook page at facebook.com/Angel Phoenix Productions.
Ready to help from her toes to her head. Just give her a shout. Call About Town Deb.
My town, your town, or any town, this is About Town Deb presents City Talk. Now, back to the show.
Hey guys, welcome back. This is our final segment, and I'm going to kick it off with something that might be a little controversial.
Oh no, she does this to me.
It's rated G. It's totally rated G.
Gosh, because sometimes she throws things at me, and I'm like, I gotta go hide.
Yeah, I love to watch your reaction.
I know. Okay, so I'm ready. Let's see how I'm going to react to this.
I am going to talk some ish on pumpkin spice.
Ooh, is that because you're spicy?
No. I think pumpkin spice is overrated.
Oh, okay.
Too much pumpkin spice.
Say that again?
Too much pumpkin spice everywhere.
Too much pumpkin spice.
Like the candles and...
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
so I feel like, pumpkin's fine. Like the flavor of pumpkin is fine. But when it's literally everywhere, like you were saying, it's kind of like, okay, well, we have some other flavors out here that are really, really awesome for, the autumn season and in the colder months, leading all the way into, honestly, Christmas, because I kind of feel like the autumn flavors are different. Like people, once Christmas happens, they're like, oh, pumpkin pie for Christmas. I'm like, well, yeah, like it's still like a seasonal flavor, I guess. But I feel like there's better flavors than pumpkin out there.
Well, what would be a flavor that you might like to?
Nutmeg. Or like earthy, or like ginger, pear.
I like ginger.
Yeah.
I like pear.
I mean, maple, sage. See, there's I feel like there's so many flavors that are better than pumpkin spice. But that's my war against pumpkin spice.
Okay, Kara, what about you? What do you got to say about the pumpkin spice?
I don't mind an occasional pumpkin spice latte or something, but I totally agree with Amber. It's just prolific. All the cereals. You can get 500 different cereals pumpkin spice.
I don't think I'd want cereal with
everything
pumpkin.
has to have. I've seen crazy stuff that's pumpkin spice.
It's definitely a culty thing.
Why do you need to do that?
It's definitely a culty thing. Yeah. And the only thing is I want to see is, I'm not saying get rid of pumpkin spice. I just want to see some more variation out there, you know? Mm-hmm. Like I said, do like some like ginger pear or something with sage. Like, I don't know. I'm much more earthy. Like I like earthy flavors. So like the ginger and the nutmeg or the star anise.
I also like cardamom.
Cardamom, yeah, totally. See, it's different. Wow. It's kind of outside the box, but I always like to be different anyways. But Deb, you were going to tell us a little bit about Apple Hill?
Well, I love Apple Hill. So
I've only been there like twice, and I was really little.
When my kids were little and we were at St. Albert's, all the parents, we're talking like 7, 8 years old, like they were that little. And we were new, like we moved here when they were 4. So a few years we continue on, all the parents are talking about, we're all going to Apple Hill. I'm like, what is Apple Hill? I had no idea what it was back then. And they made a big day out of it. They get up early, they go, and they come back with apples and apple cider and pies and goodies. And I'm like,
how far is it from here?
Well, when Georgia drives, it's 2 hours and 15 minutes because we take 80.
Okay.
So it's like, for me, it's like 2.5 hours because she drives faster. But, you do got to go early because it is crazy.
It's popular.
It's very popular. And I'm not sure with all the road construction right now, Kara, if that's going to impact anything. But for me, I go to the area all the time. So I feel like I get to enjoy Apple Hill all year long because they have Christmas trees in the winter, in Christmas time. And I just want to support them, the ones that are open all year long. But Kara, you're the pro, you're down there. So tell us why we should visit Apple Hill.
So everyone knows Apple Hill is in El Dorado. Just want to make sure that everyone understands that connection. So Apple Hill is a fantastic time to visit, gather with family, and it basically starts September and it builds its way up through Christmas. So you come in September and everything is apple. You do get apple cider, you get apple cider donuts, you can get the most amazing pies.
They probably have a few pumpkins somewhere.
They will, and they start moving into pumpkin as you get towards Halloween, Thanksgiving. Then there's the pumpkin farms and all of that, where you pick out your pumpkin, you take your pictures, and there's little hay rides for kids, and there's just multiple different ranches and farms that you can visit, interspersed, of course, with the winery. So it's really fun to make a day of it. People can go to, there's a lot of the wineries are family friendly, so that parents can go visit a winery and they go visit a ranch or a farm where they can pet animals and pick apples, and there's just a lot to do. And yes, Deb, you did mention the construction. It's basically on Highway 50. There's been a lot of construction because Apple Hill itself does get really congested, and supposedly that interchange will be opened within the next couple weeks to a month. But
wonderful.
Fingers crossed. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a family
gotcha.
thing. Mm-hmm. You see kids and you see doggies and you see the kids get out of the car and they run. And a lot of Kids Incorporated, they may have changed. So one of the oldest Apple Hill orchards was the Delfino Farm. And wasn't it called Kids Incorporated when they first started, or do you remember?
It was, yeah.
And have they changed the name now?
Well, now a lot of the Delfino children are running the winery.
Yes, yeah.
Because they have a winery which is called Edio, E-D-I-O. So you can go visit them, and on the same property, they have their farms, and I think Aunt Henrietta or something like that, pies or something.
I'm telling you,
get that. and charcuteries and wine all in the same spot. So
it's pretty cool. And Chris Delfino, who's the son of the original parents and his sister, when his mom died and both their parents are gone now, they have this huge Christmas tree. It's like the biggest tree, and he lights the tree every Christmas for his mom.
Oh, I love that.
It's like, I mean, they're definitely a family business. And so like I say, so, there's Chris and their family. Now their kids are now running the winery, and the winery is stunning. It is gorgeous. So it's all about family. I mean, and even the wineries, Kara, right? I mean, when you go, you feel like you're part of their family. It's not the typical hustle and bustle. It's
that
really
sounds like a great community.
I love
those places that are very community oriented like that.
So you have
all of El Dorado is very.
It's all like that. Yeah, it's wonderful.
Yeah, like all the wineries. It's such an awesome opportunity because you can go in there and a lot of them are all family run. So you meet the winemaker, you meet the owner, it's just all. You just become part of the family.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I've only been to, I've never been to El Dorado County for like wine and such. I've actually only ever been wine tasting like once in my life, and it was actually for my birthday this past year. And it was really cool. So I know it's fun and I would love to do it more.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, Apple Hill, I've only been there probably twice, and I was definitely much younger. So it was just, I don't really remember much of it. And when you're a child, you don't really have
appreciate.
A choice. Well, we're going in different directions here. As a kid, you just follow along. You're going to Apple Hill and your parents have it all planned out and whatnot. So it's not like I would be familiar with the different things up there. But it sounds like there's a lot to do. Is it so? It sounds to me, what I'm just trying to understand here. Apple Hill isn't like a single location. It's like an area that you can go to different locations within it.
Correct. Absolutely. It's sort of a rough geographical reference for this region that has multiple farms and ranches and wineries.
Fruits, lots of fruits, lots of berries. And
so I could go pick pears.
Do they have pears? I don't know if they have pears, but I know that you could pick. They do. Pears. Because I know you could pick. There's a time where you could pick berries. I do know that. I don't know which one.
Yeah, the berries have kind of passed.
Okay.
Berries is summer.
That's how we move into. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
before we run out of time, Kara, I would love you to give your best reason of why you want us all over the hill to come over and your website.
Sure. Everyone, they just need to come and experience the incredible beauty, diversity, and quality of the wines in the region here. It's just truly incomparable. There's no other region like this where you can see such a dynamic diversity with what we offer. And so everyone come on over, especially to WINEcation. I'd love for you all to, and Deb's got a discount code for you for that.
Thank you.
The website is eldoradowines.org. And I believe Deb's code is about Town Deb. So it's just AT Deb. Right?
Deb, yeah. 8 capital A, capital T, DEB. All caps. Right. So it's ATD, AT Deb. But you get $10 off, so that's a pretty good deal.
Nice.
And if you are listening and you want help picking, I have an expert, Ms. Kara here. So if you have a particular wine or stuff, Kara will help me with that. But I am happy to help you plan your route, which is really important because you've got Carson Road, you got Pleasant Valley, and you have Fairplay. So it's a lot of driving, which is beautiful, but it's nice to have somebody kind of tell you what's close to each other so you can get the most of your visit at each winery.
Very true.
I'm happy to do that. As you all know, people call me and text me all the time. Actually, I just had a friend, I just went blank on her name. Anyway, it's Angelo Terranova's daughter. Anyway, so she texted me and she said, I'm taking a group of girls to the wine country. I did tell her about the weekend, but she said, I want to plan my trip. So I love doing that. And we're we're like 53 seconds.
Oh, okay.
So Kara, I know I'm going to see you very soon. I will be there. Hopefully if Amber can't go with me, I will. And if you guys want to plan a group of people, let me know and I will get you all settled and find you a place to stay. Any last words from you?
No, I'm just excited for the new season, and I hope everybody just takes a moment, kind of reflects on themselves and makes the transition smoothly.
Okay, and I don't want to forget Grandma B, Ellie, and Glenda pop up there. I always do a shout out. And I just love you guys. I love our audience. I love our sponsors. I just love people. And I just think that we all, like Kara said, give yourself grace, be kind, and have a beautiful fall season. And I will see you next week. So here we go.
See you next month, you guys.
Thank you, Kara.
This podcast was a production of Angel Phoenix Productions. Explore more episodes of this show or other great shows on the Angel Phoenix Podcast Network by visiting angelphoenix.com. The views expressed in this show do not necessarily represent those of Angel Phoenix Productions or its advertisers and may contain language that's unsuitable for younger listeners.